Hello there and welcome back to Joshua Berger Carpentry.com. And what are we looking at here? Well, this piece of almost ancient history, ancient stretching it, the vintage isn't far off. This is my long loved, abused, still highly functioning Festool circular saw. I thought I'd do a little video on this because I've actually made some adaptations to it and modifications myself, which actually most of you guys would probably find of some use. First of all, for anyone who hasn't seen this old model, because this is unlike current models, this version I bought when I was 21 years old and I'm now 38. So yes, you do the maths. In this time, I've only had to have the thing serviced once, and that was after 9 years, and that was to change the brushes. It's heavily used, it's used every day. This thing, honestly, has probably cut hundreds, if not thousands, of kilometers of sheet materials over the 16, 17 plus years that I've owned it. So, the feature of this Festool, which is different to the new ones, is it has these little buttons on it. Sorry, buttons, lights. Here we are. As you can see, that's a red. Basically, red means it's happy and it's got a good supply to it. The red light, which flickers just for a second, which I don't know if you can see on this. Here we are. I can get it to flicker there. The red light only comes on when the power supply is disrupted, or it's not. In general, it's not quite happy. The main modification about this, which I've made, yes, I've made the additional dust extraction so my hoover can just slugly slide over the top and lock onto it, is the main feature, like I said, not wanting to repeat myself, is that I've actually increased the efficiency of the dust extraction. Yes. So, I was online the other day looking at the new models. The new models still have the same, what I regard as a flaw in the design. This section here, where it's just for you to get access to the blade, or when you want to change the blade. I've been looking at this for over the years, and I thought, well, the dust extraction on these things is excellent, but it could be better because my vacuum was sucking a huge amount of air through this space, which ultimately is making the dust extraction more inefficient. So all I've done is I've just got some duct tape. I've, folded it over a couple of times to make it thicker. So this bit actually is the silver side of the tape, so it doesn't stick to all the dust. And all I've done is just taped it onto this bit, and I've got a little tab in it, so if I need to pull it off, I can. And really, all this does is it just prevents the dust extraction being drawn through this area and forces it more through where the blade is cutting, as you can see through here. Another feature which I've noticed they've made differently on the old models versus the new models is that the riving knife on this is much nicer. That's that little angle bit of metal behind the blade to prevent boards from pinching the blade. As you can see, when you push this down, this kind of runs in parallel to it. The newer versions, the actual riving knife comes out a bit more clumsily and it's not as nicely shaped. Also, the newer versions of the Festool don't have this little thing here. You're thinking, aha, but air comes through there. Yes, it does, but it's not coming through all of this bit, which regardless of this gap still makes it more efficient. If I wanted to get fully obsessive, yes, I could stick a little bit of tape over this, therefore sealing the whole edge and only allowing air to be drawn from the underside. What I will do is, here's another preview of this design. What I will do is I will show you a video in the future of me using my Festool with this little bit of duct tape adaptation on it versus without it. I doubt I'll be able to show you much using this camera, but something with a little bit more high resolution and detail on it maybe. So for now, this is my tip and advice. I'm offering this as tip and advice. Please don't hold me liable to any situations that arise from you claiming that you've done this and a terrible problem has beset you. That is not my fault. I'm just giving you tips and advice, not laws of things you should do unequivocally. Hopefully this covers my dust extraction video. Yes, of course, it'd be better to see it in progress, which I shall do in due course. I've slowly been getting a few more subscriptions and things to my videos, so therefore it puts on the pressure for me to make some more, which I think I might do. They're going to be probably more carpentry based, and that's the story so far. Maybe another little feature for you guys if you're wondering. Yes, the track that they've used on this is not the same as the old one. The old one has only got one ridge to it, so I can't actually use this model on newer tracks because they've changed the track design. On this one, the track goes, the actual ridginess of the track slides in that, and I think the new one's got two ridges to it. Other than that, this saw is a lovely saw. I also watch reviews by a guy called AVE, who does, for my opinion, some of the best thorough tool reviews on the internet. He has reviewed the new Festool track saw, and he wasn't that impressed with the insides of this. I'm inclined to believe him. I feel, in general, most tool production seems to be better 10 years ago than it is now. And the fact is that I've had this saw for getting on to 15, 16 years, really says it all, doesn't it? I've used new Festool products, and although they're very nice, they kind of lack the solidness that this thing has. And really, the proof's in the, like I keep repeating myself, the proof's in the pudding. Tell me if I'm wrong and you buy a saw and it's working for you now in the next 15, 20 years, then fine, they're just as good as they were. But from my mind and from just the feel that I get from using new Festool stuff, it's not as solid as it used to be. The accountants have got involved in tool production versus leaving it entirely to the engineers. So here we are, another video, joshuaburgettcarpentry.com. Increase the dust extraction on your Festool. I've waffled on enough. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the other ones. See you guys soon. Bye now.